wanted to thank everybody for coming out and being with us this afternoon. I want to thank the All Sports Association for the great honor of being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was a great ceremony here at lunchtime, very touching. A lot of people shared about how they've contributed to this area, and as I reflected on it, I'm very thankful for the people in Fort Walton Beach and the Destin area, the whole Gulf Coast, who helped make me who I was for my whole career. And it's a great place to be here also. 30 years ago, before I was even born, my dad was in the Air Force Reserves and spent time here at Hurlburt in this area. And I just want to take a moment and thank the Air Force and the military for what they're doing to make it safe for us to enjoy the things that we do. With that said, I'd like to announce today that I am retiring from professional football. And thinking back, I can't imagine a better football career than I've had. Starting back from my days at Bruner to high school at Fort Walton Beach, state championships, incredibly wonderful career at the University of Florida, one that I still hit myself in the head sometimes and wonder if it was true. A wonderful experience, 7 years in the National Football League, 1 year in the European League where we won a World Bowl. I just can't think of having a better football career. And I'd like to thank high school football coach Jimmy Ray Stevens and the people from this area that helped make that possible. I'd like to thank Coach Steve Spurrier, who, as we all know, helped make me be all that I could be, and athletic director Jeremy Foley. I'd like to thank Coach Mike Ditka, who drafted me by the Saints, and Tom Benson, who took a chance on me back in the days, and all the different coaches that I've been with. Think about all the teammates that I've played with, and there's just some very, very special people. I've met some friends that will definitely last a lifetime, and would not trade it for anything. Foremost, I want to thank my family. My mom and dad are here, my grandmother, and my wonderful wife Jessica, and our 11-week-old today son Jonah, who's just the pride and joy of our lives. And thank them for all their support. We moved 13 times in 4.5 years of marriage, my wife and I, and so she certainly sacrificed a bunch to help support my dream. And so I'm very thankful for my career, enjoyed it very much, and in addition to that, I'd like to announce that I've accepted a position at Desire Street Ministries in New Orleans, Louisiana. Desire Street Ministries is a faith-based nonprofit organization, and we're serving to serve the children in the Desire neighborhood, which is one of America's toughest and poorest. And I met the gentleman, Mo Leverett, who runs that ministry when I first moved there. We've been going off and playing all over the world, and we've kept coming back. Went on staff, intended to be part-time a few months ago, and just really the Lord has drawn us there, and we're as excited as we could be about pouring our life and our energy into the ministry there. It's just a beautiful thing. In addition, I'm also excited because although I'm moving on to something different, by not having to play football anymore, I feel like I'm going to have the freedom to be more a part of my hometown and more a part of Florida than I have been in the past. After winning the Heisman Trophy, my life has been a whirlwind. I feel like we've been all over the place and rarely here. And so in addition to working with the ministry in New Orleans, we plan on spending more time in the community, more time in the state of Florida. I'm considering also some business ventures, some speaking things. I have some opportunities for a book deal and some potential broadcast opportunities. There's a lot of things that I'm blessed to have before me, and very excited to look into those. But just wanted to take the moment while we're here in Fort Walton to thank everybody in this community for what they've done to help make me who I am. The great fans, the great loyalty, and I look forward to being more part of your lives in the years to come. That's all I have to say by way of announcement, but I'd be glad to answer questions both about the All Sports Association's Hall of Fame, the weekend, and as also in terms of my retirement, Desire Street Ministries, or anything.
Danny, how difficult was it for you to come to the decision that you would not be playing football anymore since it's been such a big part of your life?
Well, my son has a comment. He's sad. He wanted to see that. It's kind of both. I feel like I've been faced with that reality for years now, being in and out and in and out. during the ceremony, just reflecting on my career, I was choked up and just very touched to think about all the wonderful memories. But at the same time, I started working at the ministry, started being a part of some other things, and I just can't imagine right now even really wanting to go back and play based on other things I've done, the joy I've had with the ministry, the opportunity to be with my family, and to do some other things. And so, on one hand, it's very difficult to say goodbye to a dream. You know, I mean, that's a dream that so many of us have. But at the same time, I'm very thankful that the Lord has worked it in my heart to where I'm not leaving because I have to, I'm leaving because I want to. There's something that gives me greater joy to be a part of. Also, not long ago, Rick called me and said, Danny, you need to let me know when things are happening because people want to know, so there you go.
Could you see yourself going back into football as a coach now?
I've had some really exciting opportunities already on that front, and I'll never say never. I think that's something that I enjoy to an extent, and certainly that's a possibility in the future. But you know, you only have one life to live. If I had 5, I certainly would go into one as a coaching. But with one life to live, you have to think clearly and very, you know, you have to think very something. You have to really pay attention to where you're going to invest your life. And as a Christian, I believe you have one life to give, not live. And I'm very blessed to be giving my life as I am. And we'll see. One of my roles at the ministry is athletic director, associate athletic director, and I'm helping to start our athletic programs and helping to train our coach, and we'll be coaching one of the quarterbacks there. And I've also been training some college quarterbacks that are preparing for the NFL draft. So in a sense, I'm a little bit in the coaching world, but not totally.
Do you stay in touch with Coach Spurrier, and were you surprised when he resigned as the coach of the Redskins?
We've stayed in touch. I spoke with him a few weeks ago, and it was a tough working environment, I think, up there for a lot of different reasons, and so he felt that it was the best thing to do to resign. I talked to him. He sounded like he was very much at peace with it. He was going to take some time off and then just consider what comes available in the next year or so, and look forward to seeing him again coaching one day and being very successful.
Did you have any regrets at all about not going back when he called you to come back up there?
That was a very tough decision for me. There was a lot of things that came into play in that, a lot of which was my wife was about to have our child, and we just felt like it was the right thing to do for us to stay in New Orleans and still, you know, obviously, again, whenever you have an opportunity to do something you dream about, it's hard to say no, but at the same time, I felt like I made the right decision, and I'm very thankful for it.
If you could do anything differently, reference your NFL career, do you think you would?
Very good question. You know, I really feel like I gave it all I had at every place that I was, every team that I was with some fine organizations. The thing about football, you have to be at the right place at the right time with the right people. And if you look at my entire career, you know, I mean, I've got so many of those experiences, it's unfair to most other players. I mean, from high school to college to the World Bowls to all those things, I've been so blessed that I don't have any regrets. I do feel very confident that had the opportunity presented itself and worked out right. I feel very comfortable that I could have done very well. But I also am at peace with the fact that wasn't in the cards, and I'm ready to move on.
Looking back at your football career, what sticks out the most? Your time as a Viking, at Florida, or in the NFL?
Well, a lot of great memories. There's a picture in our office in our home in New Orleans. It's a picture of me holding Coach Stevens after our championship game, just crying. And certainly there's just a wonderful purity and innocence of playing high school football and winning a championship like that. I'll never forget that. Certainly, countless experiences at Florida were very special, and can't really single out any one or the other. Obviously, the national championship is as exciting as it gets. In the NFL, I would say that the connections with people that I made, it's a very high pressure oriented world, the NFL. and it's really difficult on a lot of people, and you get to know people in special ways, and so I'm very. The thing I remember the most in terms of NFL careers is certain people and individuals that I felt like I connected with or got a chance to be around, and I'm just a much better person for it. Where's Rick?
I think you had to go somewhere.
Maybe so. Announcement of a lifetime. And he's been calling me for months. Is there any other questions?
Danny, will your focus be on the youth in your new ministry?
Yeah, our ministry is focused entirely on the youth and raising them up to be the next generation leaders of their community. And there's a beautiful, beautiful story in what's happened at the ministry in New Orleans, what we're doing, what we plan to do. Some of that's in the press release. You can also go to the website for more information on that. But it's definitely geared towards the youth, trying to raise them up to be the leaders in their own neighborhood.
And you will be involved in athletics as part of this?
That's correct. I'll be involved, the title is Associate Athletic Director, helping to form the sports teams in the weight rooms, helping to coach some of the players and coaches, and just it's a great privilege to continue using my experiences in athletics in this context.
Can you give us any hint about when you mentioned broadcasting opportunities? Can you give us any hints what you're talking about?
There's still some things out there that we're looking at, something to consider. Nothing in stone at this point, but that's something that I've been approached about and would be glad to consider.
Can you say if it's television or radio? Or?
It's a local sports coverage. I'm to take your job.
Okay. I'm news.
Okay.
I was interested in what it was.
Yeah. At this point, the door's wide open on all those.
Could you ever see yourself, let's say Ron Zook is not able to hold on to his job going back to Florida?
I expect Ron Zook to hold his job and do great, and I'll be a big fan. So, again, there are many lives to live. One, I might invest in a coach, and if you do that, you never know where it's going to take you. But at this point, I don't see that in the near future, and I'm very, very excited about what we're doing.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Everybody here is proud of you, that's for sure.
Thank you.
That's for sure.